Welcome to the Ladder of Achievement. This is the Head Teacher interface. You'll have been given a username and password from our team. So just log on here with your username and password and I'll talk you through the dashboard and what you need to do to set up your school terms and your weeks. The first thing you need to do is to set up your term and week structure. Now some schools have 13-week terms, which includes half term. Some have 10 weeks, some 12 weeks. Others like to break a term into two halves, with half term being a gap in the middle. So 6 weeks and 6 weeks. You can create whatever structure works best for you and your school. With the Ladder of Achievement, you can set as many terms as you wish. To create your terms, click on Terms up here and then click Add a Term. The default is Term 1 and that is currently set to 1 week. I'm going to say this is going to be a 13-week term. I'm going to keep the name as Term 1 and I'm going to call that Summer Term, which is September to Christmas. No, that would be Autumn Term, wouldn't it? There you go, we've created our first term. As you can see, the Ladder of Achievement then creates a term with 13 weeks in it. You can then add another term. I'm going to call that Term 2, which will be the spring term, which is from Christmas to Easter, another 13 weeks. Obviously, you'll know exactly how many weeks in your school terms and your school year. I'm going to add a final one, Term 3, and that will be the summer term. Again, there'll be 13 weeks in this one. You'll notice that the Ladder of Achievement works bottom up. So, Term 1, Week 1, is at the bottom and it runs up because we're using the ladder analogy. As we work our way up the ladder, we work our way up through the terms, and each one of these weeks is where your staff will be able to create spelling for their pupils to practice. You set up the term, you can add as many terms as you want. I've done 3 terms for the school year. You might decide to do 6 half terms. It's entirely up to you. Once you've created your term, you now need to give your teachers access. To do that, click on Teacher up here at the top and Create a new teacher. Here's how to create a new login for a teacher. You notice here straight away that a unique password has been created. You can use that or you can create a different one. Do make sure you write down the password. Use the email address of your teacher. So I'm creating one for sarahteacher@parkjmi.com. So that is the teacher, Sarah Teacher, and I'm going to click Create a Teacher. We now have one teacher. You can have as many teachers as you want if you want to create another one. This will now be Bob Teacher at ParkJMI. You've probably guessed that this isn't a real school, it's just an example to show you how the Ladder of Achievement works. Done. If in future your teacher forgets their password, click on Manage. Let's say Bob has forgotten his password. You can click Manage and then you can change the password and let them know what it is. You can also delete an account if a teacher leaves or no longer needs their account. I'm not going to delete Bob as we're very happy with him. He's doing great work with the Ladder of Achievement, setting up the spellings. Next thing we want to do is to define the difficulty levels. With a lot of spellings, certainly in primary when my children went to school, they had an easy and medium and a hard level for children with different abilities, and that's how we label them in the Ladder of Achievement. It goes easy 1 star, medium 2 star and hard 3 star. So if your pupils are going on the medium level, they'll see 2 stars on their ladder every time they complete a test to the right standard. If they're on the easy level, it'd be 1 star. If it's the hard level, they'll see 3 stars. You can name the levels whatever you want. In our school, we call them alpha, beta and gamma. You can name them whatever way you want. We'll update that. Finally, over here we set up managers. If you want someone other than you to manage the ladder of achievement, adding new teachers, updating passwords, etc., you can create a manager by clicking the green Create a Manager button. And it's just like adding a teacher. You type in a unique email address, and here's the password, and your assistant can then go in and update teachers, change difficulty levels, and change terms, so you don't need to. You can pass the responsibility or delegate as you wish. And that's all there is to it. And at the end, when you finish, just log out by clicking Log Out, and you're done.